Hello everybody, today I wanted to talk about what I believe is probably the worst Rainbow Six Siege tournament that I've ever seen. Recently, the person everyone knows, Jynxzi, held a 1v1 IRL Rainbow Six Siege tournament. You know, normally it's not a big deal, who cares, they're claiming there's a $100,000 prize. Honestly, I mean, that's probably not true. Anyway, they held this tournament, and the tournament was going pretty normal until eventually it was Spoit versus Stompn. In this matchup, they cut Spoit's frames to, I believe, 75 frames per second, which obviously puts him in a heavy disadvantage against Stompn. Because at first, Spoit had a huge advantage because he was on mouse and keyboard. So then that begs the argument here, and the reason I'm making this video, is why are they including Spoit in these tournaments if they're either going to heavily cripple him or give him the win? Because with someone like Spoit, who is one of the best, if not the best Pro League player in Rainbow, is playing in your tournament against all console players, he's either going to win easily, or you're going to have to put such a handicap on him that he'll automatically lose no matter what. And that's what they did in this tournament. They put Spoit in the second round, and he lost to Stompn after he was winning, but then they handicapped him to 75 frames per second, and then he obviously lost after that. So it's really just a bad tournament, a bad setup, and kind of like lame to have someone like Spoit involved for no reason, essentially. Because you either invite him to give him the win or invite him to make him like look bad. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, because it's just a really goofy tournament that didn't make sense. And they allowed someone like Lou to use keyboard and mouse against Spoit. And I don't believe he was handicapped at all. So I mean, it's like, why is Spoit handicapped against someone else that hates keyboard and mouse when the other keyboard and mouse player isn't handicapped? And then you have to ask yourself further, someone like Skyte, who obviously is better on keyboard and mouse because that's how he made his career, is by cheating on console and using Zim. But why does Skyte then have to use a controller? Why can't he use keyboard and mouse? Because obviously he's better on that. That's how he made his career. So shouldn't he also be allowed to use keyboard and mouse? But then do you handicap him to 75 frames per second? It's just like a really weird tournament. And if there really was money on the line, it just seems kind of like bullshit that I guess they play Spoit by telling him he can come. But then at the same time, it's like you invite him, you win for free, right? So it's like, what do you do in that situation? Either Spoit easily wins the tournament, takes all the money, or you handicap him, which is why you just don't invite him. That's the answer. And or use him as a commentator or something like they had Zim was. So this is a really shitty tournament, and I don't understand why they continually are adding computer players in these tournaments, for these money tournaments, and just kind of hurting the console scene. Just seems kind of unfair. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about. It's just kind of bullshit. There was really money involved, and that's just unfortunate, unlucky, terrible tournament. Screwed Spoit, but also he shouldn't have been there in the first place. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this one.